Alright, boys. This doesn't need an introduction. Let's see what her sequel has to say.
Hey guys. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit better now, and I gotta get off of here soon, but I wanted to update y'all and let you know that after all of that, I did have a very nice manager named Ram come over to me and tell me he was so sorry for the situation, and he got somebody to help me check me out, and then he personally came to my car and loaded my stuff.
Like I said in my last video, I'm pretty sure she's just fucking making up names. First we had Val, now we have Ram. I mean, these are made up names. It's like they're just playing characters. I also like how she has to keep taking deep breaths, and every time she starts talking about the story, she starts to get teary-eyed and starts to like cry. Like she's fighting back tears over this goofball-ass story.
And I really hope that that other lady gets fired, because she does not deserve to be a manager. I had told her what happened to me, which was a customer was harassing me about my mask. Said if my 3-year-old can wear one, then you can. I said no, I can't, and also your child shouldn't, because children 10 and under shouldn't, for sure. I didn't tell her that it was child abuse, but anyway.
First of all, you can wear a mask. Second of all, you want a manager to be fired to lose their livelihood, all because they tried to enforce a rule that you wouldn't follow? That's fucking ridiculous. And also, this this Ram guy, the guy who helped load her groceries into it, sounds like a pussy if I'm being completely honest. Hey, I'm all for people being generous and nice, but man, I don't think you should reward somebody as vile as this with compassion. That's just my opinion, but there it is.
So I, did the right thing. I went to check out and asked for a manager. So I started speaking with Val, and she's like, well, it's company policy. And I said, it's not. And I mean, it might be, but not for customers to harass people. And she just went on about this being a pandemic. I said, oh, it's a pandemic. Less than 10,000 people have died from just COVID in the U.S. And she just laughed at me and walked off.
It doesn't get any more self-serving than this. First of all, she says it's not a pandemic. What sense does that make? She doesn't even know the definition. She couldn't even spell it if I asked her to. And this video is a couple months old, obviously, just because obviously more than 10,000 people have died of COVID now. But it's like, dude, I mean, come on. You say it's not a pandemic and then nonchalantly say less than 10,000 people have died in the short amount of time that COVID has been around. It's been around since March, maybe late February. And she's just nonchalantly like, oh, I don't wear a mask. Only 10,000 people have died. Only 10,000 people have died. I mean, honestly, what do you mean only 10,000 people have died? See, only 10,000. That's so ridiculous. That's so many people affected by that. And not only people affected by death, but then people around them, and then people around those people. It's a fucking chain reaction.
And don't be like that, guys. And if you see someone like hurting in a store like I was, please stop and talk to them, because they probably do want you to talk to them. They do want someone to tell them it's gonna be okay.
What is going to be okay? You sound like the most crybaby bitch I've ever heard in my fucking life. Obviously, she's craving attention, and she low-key kind of confirmed it right there. But then she says, don't be like Val. When Val laughed in her face, it's like, Val should have spit in your fucking face. Val should have all over you. You hadn't. I can't believe they let her buy groceries. And it's not even like a matter of her not wanting to wear a mask. Because like I said, that's whatever. You start to break rules. You start to get arguments with other customers. You start accusing other customers of child abuse. I know she didn't say that to the woman, but she said earlier in the video how she didn't want to say it was child abuse even though she thought so. And then you call for the fucking firing of managers who have to enforce rules. It's not like they thought up of these rules. A lot of states have mandates and whatnot, and they have to enforce these rules. I understand it's not necessarily a law, but it is a mandate.
I Anyway, I'm still calling corporate because I really want to make sure that they put something over the intercom about how HEB partners should be the only ones asking people if they have masks, and that harassment of other customers will not be tolerated. It's just not right. Anyway, yes, Shannon, they did apologize. They did check me out, and the main manager actually walked me to my vehicle and put my groceries in for me. They did get me a water too. Then they got me another bag of pistachios when my youngest spilled like half the bag.
There it is. A happy ending. She got the attention she was so desperately looking for. I don't understand how they did this for her. I would be doing diddly for her. She interrupts the store by not wearing a mask. I understand a customer maybe shouldn't have said something to her. I don't agree with that. But you walk up in a place that no doubt has tons of signs plastered up saying, there's a mandate, you have to wear a mask and all this. Our rule, don't come in if you do not wear no mask. You guys know the whole shit. And you still walked up in there without a mask. That's what I fucking hate. That's what I hate about these people that don't wear masks, is that right there. When you walk into an establishment, they have tons of signs everywhere saying, hey, you have to wear a mask to be in here, and you still walk in there like you can't fucking read. I have a little bit of sympathy for her because I feel like she is so fucking dumb she can't read. But that is what I hate about these anti-maskers. It has nothing to do with not wanting to wear the mask, but making not wanting to wear a mask other people's problem.
So, we had already purchased them. Anyway, I don't like people seeing me like that, but I just like couldn't be helped. Anyway, this is why we all had to stand together. This is why those of you who still wear masks, even though you don't believe in them, just to avoid confrontations yourself, you're in the wrong too. Because people like me who really cannot end up getting harassed more because more people aren't doing what they're supposed to do. Please be a light to this world and do not cover your countenance because they're stupid.
Yeah, a little Miss Karen over here, a little Miss Pistachio. Yeah, she's got the authority to start questioning people's intelligence and tossing around the word stupid. This girl is a fucking moron. She has no idea what she's talking about. Like, she thinks not wearing a mask is so brave, and people that wear a mask but don't believe in them are just avoiding confrontation. Hey, Little Miss Princess, it's a fucking cloth over your mouth. You can wear one. Her excuse was like fucking anxiety or PTSD in the previous video. Whatever that has to do with it. I've got no idea what it has to do with it. And it's like, what do you mean afraid of confrontation? What would you do? You can't do shit. You can't fucking defend yourself. What do you mean people are afraid of confrontation? No one wants to get most people don't want to get an argument over a stupid fucking mask. That's why people are like, okay, regardless of the effectiveness, I'm just going to wear it because I don't care. Some people just don't care. It's like, it's just not worth it. And it's people like this that fucking ruin a lot of things for a lot of people. It's like, hey, was it worth it not going in there without a mask? When you get into this whole confrontation where you're sitting in your car crying, making a scene in front of your youngest child, getting into arguments with managers that have shit to do, and then taking a manager from their fucking side of the world who has shit to do and having him carry your groceries in, getting replacements on store merchandises that you should not be able to buy because you walk in and willingly and knowingly broke a rule. I hate people like this, man. It's not even this type of world. We all know somebody like this that just cannot follow simple fucking rules and act like they're holding some fucking figment of liberty just because they start breaking rules. They feel like she also walked in there with clothes. She walked in there with fucking clothes. That's also a mandate, a law, or whatever. She also walked there in clothes. Is that not constitutional? I don't understand, guys. I really don't. I fucking hate people like this. This is how people govern their life, with fucking stupid philosophies like this. Yeah, that's about it. I thought these 2 videos were absolutely hilarious. I hope you guys got a kick out of them, and I'll see you all later.